Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. In this lesson we're going to do some updating to the EnemyAI. Now when we did this script originally I did say we'd come back to it every now and again and keep doing some more updates, and that's what we're doing now. It'll probably take 2 or 3 videos and then we can move forward and create some other scripts. So with that said, let's get on and let's update this script. Now I know some people are having problems with the gravity. We're going to fix that, and we're also going to do some optimization. But the first thing we need, and I'm going to put it here in my script just above the enemy run and turn speed. We need of type, it can be of type private, it can be of type vector3. We'll just call this enemy, we'll call it move to position. We'll close the line off and straight into the comments. So we'll say defines enemy move position. Yeah, we'll leave it at that, I think. In fact, I'll change that. We'll defines position enemy, and we'll put to move. And we'll come back to how we're going to use this. For now, we can skip over it, and we'll come back when we actually come to updating the rest of the script. So we'll leave that to one side for one moment. Now we do have a problem in this script. Well, not so much problem, but a lack of optimization. For simplicity's sake, I put the appropriate animation in the appropriate state. So for idle we have the idle crossfade, and for the run we also have the run animation, and we also have the idle for when the enemy gets stuck. Now we're going to change this. We're going to have it so when the enemy gets stuck or blocked off, it's going to have or switch to a new state. And as for the run animation and the idle animation, we're just going to call them once when this script switches to this state. So how do we keep the animation looping if we're only calling the line of code once? Well, we can do it like we have done for the death animation here. We set the rat mode to once, and we'll just copy this line and we'll paste it in above. And we need to change this to the underscore and the idle animation. We'll come to the end here and we'll say loop, and we'll change the comment. So set idle animation to, and we'll get rid of all that at the end, and we'll just say loop, and we'll change this to the run animation, and we'll change this to loop as well, and we'll change out the comment. So set run animation to, and again we'll get rid of that and just say loop, and we'll just save that there for the moment. So every time these animations are called now in the script, even if the line of code is only read once, they will continue to loop until the script tells the enemy object to do something else, to play a different animation, which it won't be able to do until we switch states. And I think this will make a little bit more sense when we come to update the rest. So again, we'll get rid of the empty line here, and we'll come to the private enum, the EnemyAI state, and we're going to create another function. And I'll put mine just after run, I think, and I'll call this path, path blocked, I think. And we'll make this equal to 4, and of course we'll have to change the numbers for the others by 1. So now we have 8 states that the enemy can exist in. So we've created another vector 3 that we'll be using later. We've created another state, the path blocked, and we've said that the idle and run animation are to loop until of course another animation is told to play. And we'll come to the finite state machine, and again I'll put the case after the run here. We'll copy these 3 lines and we'll just paste them in below. In fact, I've just hit the wrong button there, so we'll paste that in, and we'll just copy this new naming convention to the second run case here. Path blocked and path blocked. Now we're going to get a red error. Please don't worry about that. We just need to create the void for it. So let's come here and we'll say of type private again, of type void because it does not return a value, and again we'll paste in that naming convention, path blocked, open and close brackets, open and close. And as always we'll come inside and we'll put in a debug.log, and we'll open and close brackets, we'll close the line off, little speech marks, and again we'll paste in the naming convention, and again we'll just save that off there. So we've got a lot of the things in place now. I don't really want to do too much more in this lesson. I'd sooner fill out the new block in a separate lesson. So we've got the basics in place. We've got the new vector 3 that we'll be using for the movement that will help fix the gravity problem that some of you are having and I am having myself. We've created another state here, and we've also put it in the finite state machine, and this we're going to use for when the player cannot move when it hits a barrier. So rather than just playing an idle animation like we were doing, we're going to update the script, and now, or once we get the code in place in the coming lessons, when the enemy gets blocked it's going to switch to this state, and of course we'll have to change the run, and we're also going to alter the idle and the run state and create some new functions down at the bottom where when they switch to the states the animation is only called once, and we'll be able to get rid of these lines within the states in the coming videos. So I hope it makes sense to you all how we're updating it. You know, I kept it simple to start with, but we'll keep coming back, and you know, every few scripts maybe we'll come back to the EnemyAI. We'll continue to keep updating it, and that way I think you'll end up with a far more polished game, and it saves having to spend, you know, a huge chunk of this series just doing the EnemyAI. We can do little blocks of lessons because these sorts of scripts are always the longest, so we can, you know, get a few more scripts in place, then come back again, and that way you can see your project, see the functionality of the entire project, continue to move forward while we update the AI itself. So I hope you were, you know, I hope you like this way of doing it, so you can still see your game taking shape. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. So until then, as always, bye for now.